Coming to you live from home once again, and Captain's Log, Stardate 10172017. Do I have to do that every time? Because I have the C-Log and the date written, typed in the title of this video. Anyway, regardless, before we proceed, letting y'all know this is a special video how to make a Sonichu medallion. Okay? Doing this, I want to make I want to go over a few explicit details. The reason I am making this video today is for the fans. Definitely for the fans. But also I want to make it perfectly clear that this video is not to instigate anybody looking to make fake, or quote-unquote fake medallions. I mean, because I pretty much have gone out of the market of making them myself. But aside from that, my Sonichu team and I, we are looking for somebody to make the medallions on my behalf. So the business email will be in the description down below. And y'all can make the medallions following my schematic, following my detailed instructions, and we'll hire the best ones to make the medallions that will end up selling on maybe on Redbubble or something. And of course, along those lines, also people can also apply to make the custom amiibo figures. I think we got enough footage that the original Sonichu figure has been made. Best one that could do it matching the original prototype I still have. We'll consider that. Again, you can email photos of what you made to the business email in the description below. And also, check out my Patreon and my Redbubble. Those links will be in the description down below. So without further ado, let's get into making a medallion. You will not end up necessarily making the final form medallion, but the closest you'll get will be pretty good, because there's a picture of this on the internet. So, alright, so what you need to make a medallion? Well, you'll need a necklace or some leather straps to make the medallion with. You'll need little metal rings that goes into the metal right there. This is my demo prototype I made based off my medallion. I have a little sheet that I use for reference, which I'll show that off in just a moment, and I'll be sure to upload this onto my Twitter and Facebook as well. But anyway, you need a ring. You can small or large or keyring size, as long as you got something to loop the strap or shift fashion necklace with a metal clip with a metal ring attached to that, like I do. Yada yada yada. Model Magic. You will need some white Model Magic. Comes in varying packs. I mean, obviously, this 8-ounce pack is gonna be is a lot of Model Magic. So I recommend maybe, upon retrospect, maybe 1 to 4 ounces of Model Magic. And with that, you'll need a closable Ziploc bag to put the remaining Model Magic that you don't use, because they're not going to stay long, exposed to the air and anyway, close that up and they'll stay good longer. And let's see, you're going to need some Crazy Glue. You can buy a pack of 2 of Crazy Glue at any Family Dollar store for like I think it was like it's like $3 or $4. Anyway, that's a good deal for 2-pack, and this with the precision tip and all that, it's really good. That's a good deal for me. And of course, you'll need paint brushes, so go ahead and get yourself an assortment pack so you can have a large one to cover large surfaces, or thin ones to cover these detailed thin areas. And of course you'll need acrylic paints. These are obtainable at any craft store or Walmart, reasonably priced. You're going to need the following colors: flag red, just give you a that shade of red. Bright yellow, comes out kind of looking like that. Well, that's why that's why we got the names on there, thankfully. Spring green, and of course the default black and white. Those are always helpful. And if you like to write on the back of your medallion like I do, just like, you know, property of your name or whatever, that's not the right color. A black Sharpie is best used for that specific handwriting detail. Set those aside there. And let me think a moment. Right. Alright, so this is essentially an outline for each section. I'm going to display this for a little bit and point out each part, let y'all know. Alright, so obviously I'll scan this and upload it later, but anyway, pretty much these line outlines is pretty much the full square shape of the medallion, whereas when I made them before, they were able to fit in that little box. So this is the full head of the medallion. That's a big part. That's for the spikes. You're gonna end up making 4 of those. That's the muzzle mouth area. This is the nose. Pretty much the diameter of this nose and the length of the nose. And this is an ear. You're gonna make 2 ears. Okay? Like I said again, I'll put this up on my Twitter and Facebook, and y'all can print out 8.5 by 11 side by side. So, of course, Model Magic. You wanna open up your Model Magic. It's all nice and consistent when you pour it out. You might want to make sure also any remaining Model Magic, you don't want to leave any behind on that foil. Just push the clump of Model Magic onto that, fix it up, no problem. Fix it up, no problem. Squeeze that together a bit. Alright, get that out of the way. You can dispose of that. And you can definitely go ahead and put your bulk of Model Magic into your Ziploc bag. Make sure it's a sizable Ziploc bag. You might have difficulty. I'm having difficulty. That'll do. Just gonna check to see if it closes. It closes. Of course, when you store it, you want to make sure you have no air remaining in there. Make it so that way it doesn't dry out so quick. Alright, so gonna open it back up. Gonna use the Model Magic. Now, take as much as you think you're gonna need as the main in the shape forms, like I previously specified. The first part you gotta do is the circle part. So you want to get a fair amount. You want to do this like as if you're making a cookie. You're molding the dough for a cookie. You want to make a shape out of that. This is pretty much similar to that, and that just happened. Well, that just happened. Aside from that, so obviously this is too big for the circle, which that's okay. You definitely want to go overboard a little bit when you're figuring out how much you need. So you just rip off the access and start again from what you have there. You want to make sure you want to try and make it about that thick, you know, thick as an actual cookie. Or like cracker, I guess you want to make it 2 or 3 crackers thick. Anyway, so take the form. Obviously, I'm gonna. That's a bit too thick. That's a bit too thick, so I'm gonna just take a bit more off. I almost got able to fit into the form, into the shape. Just watch me as I do it. And you want to just mold it, tab it, just dab it, pinch it, all that good stuff. This is definitely the perfect shape. The right size circle or oval shape. I'm gonna say for this, this will be about okay. Yeah, that's an okay thickness. It's just a little bit too thick, but I'm gonna let it go. This is okay for demonstration here. Alright, so with that, I'm gonna set that off to the side. We're gonna make the quills next. The quills, and again, that's this one over here. It's like a moon. So we're gonna end up making 4 of these. Again, you just take a small amount. I'd say like as if you're got a lot of gum, you just pulled it out of your mouth. No, don't go pulling any gum out, any pre-chewed gum out of your mouth or from the bottom of the desk, do this, please. That's ew. And we got a little bit too much, so I'm gonna pull that off. And also another thing to note, when you do this, you're gonna make 4 of them. You're gonna make them 2 opposing sides. You want to you definitely want to make sure it fits within the form, but when you're doing them to the ones that goes to the medallions, you're facing the back here, and that's pretty much what I have to quill. So I'm gonna make 2 that's gonna go out on this side, the medallion's left side. So you want to pinch the end, the bottom, pinch the end that goes in the bottom. And otherwise, if you're doing the quills that's doing this way, you got this thing right, you got this form right side up. You want to pinch the top half to make those quills, because you want those quills to be pointed. So we got 1 quill. Gonna make 3 more, and then we'll attach them to the head. So again, make another one. I know we should do this top form, but couldn't really put it together right now. I don't have a crew to help set up and everything. If I had a proper setup, I could probably do that, but I don't. Anyway, okay, so that's the second left quill. Gonna make the first right quill. And yeah, like I said, the 2 I pinched at the bottom. These I will pinch at the top, because that's the pointed end. And that's a commentary on that. Yeah, when I started drawing Sanchi, that pretty much was the idea I had for, what Sanchi looks like from the front. So that was so many years ago when I did that. Obviously, I've gotten a lot better, more aware of actual form and whatnot. So obviously, it's not how I would draw Sanchi from the front of the face. And it's just, I don't know. This kind of makes him look, I don't know, punchy. Okay, so anyway, we got this. So we got our 4 quills. So we want to we're gonna do this against the, fortunately this thing is laminated, so I can show it to you a little bit. We're taking one of the left quills, we're attaching it to the edge of the circle, and of course we'll do the same with one of the right quills. We'll have some distance between the drawn circle and the point of the quill. It's gonna be a bit glary. I mean, oh, there you go. Alright, so let me fix that a little bit. Alright, so you get a good view, there you go, it's a bit like that, alright? And with the other two quills, we're just going to attach those beside, let's squeezing them together, leaving a bit of a line, let you know they're still quilly. We'll do the same thing over here. I'll show this to you once again. You definitely want to try to stay within the square outline that I've drawn here. And you pretty much get something like that. Alright? Looks like 4 bananas. Okay. Alright, so then we take the circle, the head, and we just squeeze that on top of those. And just put it all together. And I can pull this off and show it to you, so that's what you'll end up getting at one point. You can always, if you want to try to be more accurate, you can pull the quills down a little bit, still making sure they pinch and go in towards the head, like so. Oh, and then I'm thinking, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit and tell you how to put the ring onto the medallion. So that's another detail entirely. So at this point, we can take the ring and just put it onto the back of the medallion, just exposed like that a little bit. But then we're gonna take another piece of Model Magic, just flat piece, and gonna attach it to the back like so. Definitely need the table space to make that pound and go good there. You want to leave the ring half out, just half the full radius of the ring out, so you got room for looping the key ring or the leather strap, the neck strap. Alright, next up we're gonna tackle the ear. The ear, we need to make 2 of those. So copy and paste, where, second verse, same to first, get reasonable size Model Magic amount, put in the form. If it's too much, take a dab out, and you just want to make it about the same thickness, and shape can go inward. So that's basically what you're going to do for an ear. It's what it looks like top to bottom, and of course it's triangle like that. And if you want to make this thing more accurate, you can, when you have it in the form, you can point to your left, the medallion's right, because that'll go on that side of the medallion, or point it the other way and it'll go on the other side of the medallion. So then you just, on the thing, you just push it on right there, just zoop. And of course it definitely helps having the table surface to make sure you got that will attach better. Alright, so then second verse, same as the first, just make sure you angle the ear in the opposite direction compared to the first one you just made. Alright, so just going on the right side, you just push that on and doot, 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 doot. Oh, and then I reminded something else that you're gonna need something to form the lines, you know, for the eyes and the cheeks and the mouth and the eyebrows later on. You can take a pen, or comes in every pack of crazy glue. Oh, obviously, I put it up to the side because it tends to, as if you leave it in there, it tends to stick to the nozzle of the crazy tube glue. Anyway, yeah, the little, I dropped it. Got another one? Yeah, I have another one. Take two. So yeah, the little point, the little needle with a green nub at the end there. Yeah, this is used for puncturing the crazy glue tab. Obviously, I'm going to need to swap this one out because that's quite dried up. Fortunately, I have two right here. So I'll just pull one out and I'll demonstrate that for y'all right. But anyway, simple enough. You just need one of these, and we'll get to that in a little while. We got a couple more steps to make for the medallion, but right now you should have the basic outline shape. Make sure it still fits within the square outline. Alright, so next up, we're doing the muzzle. The muzzle, where the mouth is drawn. So, obviously, I ran a little short on what I put earlier, so just get some more from the bag. Get this out of the way. And you definitely want to make this one cracker thin, because this will be going on top of the medallion. You want to make this one cracker thin so that it's easy to get on there and it's not too obtrusive. Anyway, just second, the past verses, same as the first. Make sure it fits in the outline. Take off what you end up not needing. Sure it fits. And for the basic of this demonstration, I'm gonna say this is okay. This is okay, this thickness, but we have our muzzle outline, and that's gonna go on the bottom, like boop. Like that, and against the table you just press that on. You can push it a bit outward, and you can see the outline of where I put it. That's the muzzle. It's shaping up. And last but not least, we'll go ahead and do the nose. Again, this is the diameter, and this is the length. Diameter, length of the nose. So, you want to go ahead and figure out the length of what you got from your Model Magic here. And you can use your judgment to figure out but yeah, you want to make it lengthwise before you pop it onto the diameter section. But yeah, it's a basic little cylinder, and I have a little tabby too much, so try again. Keep trying. Don't try. Practice makes better. Practice makes better. Yeah, this is okay. And of course, where does the nose go? Where does the nose go, class? The nose goes. Boop. And there you have your medallion in the obvious part. Now, what you want to do now is go ahead. Actually, you know what? I do better with a pen. So I'm going to get my RSVP pen that has a good point on it. And just follow with the basic outline. Oh yeah, and you'll definitely want to do this for the ears also. Let you know how much black you want to put in on the tip. Or maybe not, you just maybe just skip that part, I don't know. Figure it out, but I'm just gonna do that for this example. Just to figure out that's where the black would go. And then I'm gonna draw the smile, little smirk, and the two cheeks on either side, and then the shape of the eye frame, making sure the center point is over the nose, a couple of eyebrows, and then the eyes, because this will be good for when you're coloring this in later with the acrylic paints. Alright, so not again, you're not doing this to me again. Alright, so there's your basic Sachi medallion right there. That happened. Just my controller, getting that out of the way there. Okay, so you got the medallion made now. At this point, I'm going to demonstrate once how you puncture to get the crazy glue out, because by default that thing is closed up, but the length of these little enclosed pins will always make it point. So you just want to put that into the center of the nozzle, push it in, and give it a little wiggle waggle, and then pop it out, and then there you go. Crazy glue comes out the other end. And what I would definitely do here at this point, I would glue along the pieces where there's a bit of a crease. I'll glue along the creases. Underneath the nose, definitely underneath the nose. You might want to pull off the nose if you can and put a dab of glue underneath that. And you want to put the glue on the along the muzzle, trying not to affect your outline, and of course along the spikes here and there. And you want to put this all over everywhere on the back. And the most crucial part, you want to put glue on the top where the ring is. Just that keeps the ring in, that helps keeps the ring in place. And after you do that, you want to have this considerably hanging. What I did, I'm just gonna pull this out here for a moment. So where you got the glue most dripping out of, you definitely want to have an angled situation, so you know the glue is going downward. I think I would definitely recommend doing it one side at a time. Anyway, so you do the front side, then you put it down, you let the glue dry for like a few minutes. And when you're doing the back, you might want to just hold on to that. And that's another example. I got a little bit of glue on the ring. I mean, this is just a demonstration purpose, so yeah, that's another thing. It really bothers me when I get the glue on my fingers. It's really difficult. I end up having to gnaw it off. Crazy. Or it just takes a whole lot of hand washing with under warm to hot water with soap and water until you get all that hardened glue off your fingers. It's a hassle. So I advise caution. If you're a minor, you might want, or this is your first time trying like that, you might want to get adult or a friend to supervise and help you with that. Okay, so anyway, aside from that, regardless, the Model Magic definitely needs time to dry. So the best amount of time is one night. One night, overnight. It dries overnight. The Model Magic, with or without the crazy glue. Ta-da! And I'm just gonna tuck this away. Oh, and your remaining model magic, you definitely want to make sure you have all that put together in the Ziploc bag. Nowhere in the bag. Close the bag. Keeps it going longer for any future model magic projects you might do. Okay, so day 2 of your medallion making. Day 2. So now you get your paintbrush and it's gonna pick one at random, and you just follow the basic thing, you know. Yellow goes mostly everywhere, the red goes on the cheeks, the green goes for the irises of the eyes, and but I'll tell you what, I'd highly recommend going for white if you want to color in the eye line, the outside the iris there. Oh, I forgot I forgot one color of importance. One important color that you should definitely have. The one that's skin tone. Skin tone. The label on this one is called Sun-Kissed Peach. So yeah, skin tone, sun-kissed peach. You definitely need that for the mouth part. Alright, so I'm gonna start over. Yellow, most of the area on the front, all over on the back. The sun-kissed peach for the muzzle, the mouth. Green, white for the inside of the eyes, the eye area. Green for the irises, black for the pupils, and the nose, black for the nose, and ear tips. Red for the cheeks. Is that everybody? That's everybody. So anyway, you get that colored up, and you get that another night to dry, and then you attach your neck strap or necklace piece, and you end up with something like this. Simple. Simple as that, just a simple little crafting project anybody can pick up and do. But at this point, we are definitely looking for people to make the medallions on my behalf for the rest of the entire world. Now, those medallions will be getting my blessing regardless from the person that we do end up picking. So anyway, on that, once again, the business email, you can submit your photos of what you ended up making for the medallion. Best ones come closest will be hired. And same thing for the custom amiibo figure makers. Show us show us how to do the science shoe. Show us how to do that. You can use your common sense. You can do it. You're always smart. Let's see. Is there any other thoughts I might have? Any other remaining thoughts? Okay. I think that's pretty much about it. So, all that. And don't forget to support me on Patreon. Book of the month for November 2017 it's done. Sanchi number 12. It's done. So this is the book of the month for November 2017. So get your pledges in to get your copy of number 12 guaranteed. And of course, the next book I'm working on is the 12-9 special featuring Miss Nightstar. And glare. Yeah. Hello, Miss Nightstar. I'm the Dimensional Traveler. I'm psychic. I can view your YouTube videos, and I'm the artist. Yes, I'm not the psychic that showed the lady herself. Later. Anyway, that's fun. So that's my next book. I'll be starting that on very soon. And anyway, so yeah, support me on Patreon. You can also show your support by buying from my Redbubble store. Those links will be in this. Both of those links, Patreon and Redbubble, will be in the description down below. And I think that's about it, so don't forget this and that, the other thing. Do this, do that. Like, subscribe, everything. Send money. Because we need to hire people and gotta pay bills. Ain't free. So, I think that's about it, so. You can also follow me on Twitter and Facebook. You know where they are. So, everybody have a great and safe day. Be geek. Be proud. Farm! Him go. Shitty person. Have a good day. Be safe. Be good.